I'm not sure I'll do that with all of them, but... Man! That new case can't come soon enough. I gotta order it first. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna work it out with the stand. So... How about Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle? So, coming out... This came out in 2017, right? 2018? No. 2017. It's coming out 22 years after the original. And just 3 years after the passing of Robin Williams. When people heard this was announced, it's like, too soon? But I think, I already mentioned what they do. I think they honored him well in this. You know, they respect his memory. They don't just, The Rock, boom, action movie. Who cares, right? No. I think they do a good job of respecting what the first one did. Kind of continuing the story. It's not a reboot. It's a continuation. Sort of. It's set in the same universe. I think I should try to get thorough and try to, review that too, because that's sort of, I don't know. But, yeah, so, this one is more of a video game thing. It's based around the characters of Spencer, Fridge, Bethany, and Martha, who go into detention, and they find a game that sends them into the other world. But the movie actually starts into Jumanji. The movie actually starts with a kid named Alex Freak in 1996, who it sort of picks up where the last one left off, where they're walking out of sand. Only that was in France. There's two French girls talking, and this one, it's Alex's dad that picks it up, gives it to him, and because it's 1996, board games are stupid. I rather play my Sony PlayStation. And then it turns itself into a game cartridge. Does he put it into an Atari? I don't know what it's a game cartridge. And turn into a game cartridge. I don't understand why. Okay, 1996, right? Sony PlayStation's out. He's playing the Sony PlayStation. Why isn't it turned into a disc? It would especially work because you see Alex later playing on a PS4. So he put that into his PS4 because you can play PlayStation 1 games on a PS4, right? Am I wrong? I mean, that's PS3, but I don't know. I know you can get them like digital download ones or whatever, but I don't have a PS4. I don't know. I play Xbox. All right, real man's console, Xbox. That's right. That's right. Anyway, no big reason why I grew up with the PlayStation. I have a PS1 little one around there somewhere, which I gotta get cords for, and then I can start doing videos of that. But yeah, I got an Xbox 360 and I got an Xbox One, so there's that. Even an original Xbox at one point. Stop it! I'm sick of yawning. I yawned once. Since I didn't yawn at all in the last video, but I've yawned once since the last time in the video I yawned. I'm off track. So, I had the original Xbox. So, the 4 main characters, they get detention. I understand at least 3 reasons why. So, Bethany gets detention for being on her phone in class. Okay. Spencer and Fridge getting detention for their, the cheating stuff. They cheat copying homework, whatever. Spencer did Fridge's homework. But Martha, the only reason Martha goes to detention is because she doesn't want to participate in certain things. It's your choice. No one can force you to do something you don't want to do. And basically this school says, do what we tell you or you get detention. What kind of school is that? I mean, schools just give you some freedom, right? Not, oh, you have to do this or else. I understand. But there's some leniency, right? I can't remember exactly what it was that she didn't want to do, but it was something with gym class. And I think Bethany gets away with not doing it. If I remember correctly, she comes in late. She doesn't... Somehow dodgeball or something. I don't know. But I think it's a really flimsy reason to give her detention. Sorry. But yeah, they get in there, playing the game. How it got from Alex Freak's house to that school is beyond me. I imagine after maybe some of Alex's stuff was donated. We're going to discuss the ending because it contradicts itself. We'll get there. So, yeah. How it got to the school, I don't know. Who knows? So, they find it in the detention where they have to clean and things. Okay. What kind of detention is that? Have they changed detention? Because in my day, detention was just a classroom. You had to sit there and do your homework or read a book or whatever. Detention was never plucking out staples and books or magazines, whatever, and going through stuff. No, I don't remember that ever being into a detention, but then again, things changed. I haven't been in school since 2006, so things may change. So they get sucked into the game and they get turned into... Spencer becomes Smolder Bravestone. Fridge becomes Dr. Moose Finbar, or Moose Finbar, whatever. Martha becomes Ruby Roundhouse, and Bethany becomes Shelley Oberon. While there, they meet up with Alex, who is in his. I should actually. Okay, so let me redo that. Alex. Okay. Spencer, played by Alex Wolf, gets turned into Smolder Bravestone, played by Rock the Dwayne Johnson. Fridge, played by Sodarius Johnson, is turned into Moose Finbar, played by Kevin Hart. Bethany, played by Madison Iceman, is turned into Shelley Oberon, Dr. Shelley Oberon, played by Jack Black. And Martha, played by, can't remember her name, gets turned into Ruby Roundhouse, played by Karen Gillan. So, there's that. And we also meet Alex, who, I don't know who the younger version is played by, but we'll get to the later one. But, Alex gets turned into Jefferson C. playing McDonough, played by Nick Jonas. Also, they meet Nigel, played by... Is that in the thing? No. But like I said before, they don't even have the freaking... there is a villain called Van Pelt. It's a video game, so it's different. You get a cutscene. You get the story of Jumanji. The thing in the middle of the Jumanji board game is now a jewel that's up on a mountain shaped this thing here. It's like an eye or something. And it's on the top of the head or something. And Van Pelt, played by Bobby Cannavale, took the gem, and ever since, Jumanji's been plunged into peril. So it's up to our heroes to rescue them. Eventually, they do meet up with Alex, and they discover the marks on their arms that are their lives, you know. And then they respawn. You know, classic stuff. So, what's the good? Special effects compared to the original 1995 version, much better. Even the monkeys are better. And yeah, the way you gotta hand it to The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black especially are the standouts. It looks like the new ones are gonna do something similar. And I've looked on Wikipedia, which, you know, anyone can edit that, so it's not 100% true, but I'm not gonna give it away. But it looks like they're gonna go a little bit weirder with this one. But yeah, and I heard some things. Oh, the rhinos still look fake. Well, they're in a video game, so they're supposed to be video game quality this time. But yeah, this movie's pretty good. So there's the scene where they're in a helicopter and Moose drops someone drops, I think Fridge drops the jewel. They get the jewel and they drop it. And, well, they're given a jewel, I think, but they drop it. And, he drops it, so they have to go down. There's a whole rhino thing. That's excellent scene. I love that. And then there's the, ooh, baby, I love you every day. I love that scene where she's like kicking people's butts. It's good. It's great. So let's get to the climax, because I want to talk about this ending. Eventually, they find a way to get up to the top of this here mountain and put the jewel back. Stopping Van Pelt, stopping everything. There's a big climax where they're running and everything. And Bethany saves Alex's life during this because they each have weaknesses. Like, a notable one is Moose's weakness is cake. How's that a weakness? Cake is delicious. But more notably is Alex's weakness is mosquitoes. Alex is living, I mentioned this in the hut that Alan Parrish lived in when he was there. So, there's that. And the climax, of course, the Rock takes a motorcycle, goes up to the top of the statue, puts it in, bada boom, says Jumanji, everyone's saved. Game over. They all return to where they were doing their detention work, that one room. And then they find out what happened to Alex. Now, before they went in, the Freak House, which they called Freak House, Alex's dad lived there alone, played by Tim Matheson. He's a curmudgeon old man with nothing to do with any kids, nothing, no one, nowhere. And this time they walk by the Freak House, and you see this car pull up, man comes out, played by Colin Hanks. Right away, I'm like, I remember I sitting there and I'm going, is that Colin Hanks? I just found it weird. It was Colin Hanks. He's never really in anything anymore, is he? It was like, is that Colin Hanks? Is he even still a thing? I haven't seen him in anything. He was in a sitcom or something. My Life in Pieces. Was that it? Remember wasn't he in that? Am I correct on that? I don't know. I have to look it up. But we find out that Alex was brought back to 1996, where he left. Just like Alan Parrish. Now he has a life. He has a wife. He has 2 kids. He has a son, which is in his. And then he's got a daughter, which he named Bethany after the girl that saved his life. Which I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but it looked like Bethany and Alex were going to get together. But then Alex went back to 1996, which makes sense. What doesn't make sense is Alex went back to 1996. How did the game end up at the school? It didn't make any sense to go from the brick house to school first time. Why would Alex not destroy the thing right away? As soon as he got back, just boom, 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 boom. You could say, oh, it creates a paradox because they can't go in and rescue him after that. Well, we know from the first one that it doesn't matter. Because this one, the first one, confirms that even though even though the game reset from the first one, and Alan and Sarah went back to 1969, everything Alan did in Jumanji stayed. So, even if Alex did destroy it in 1996, everything they did in Jumanji would still stay. Whether they go in it or not, Jumanji is a separate entity from our world. So it would still, everything they played through, the whole game, everything, they still played through it, they still won, they still did that. So it wouldn't be a paradox or anything. But they had to write this happy ending they had to give. It just still doesn't make any sense why the game would still be around. They destroyed it at the end. Why didn't Alex destroy it? Like I said, he could have thought, oh, if I don't do it, then they can come and rescue me. But, and he doesn't know about Alan Parrish or whatever, but from a viewer's mind, a fan of the original, if Alan Parrish was still a thing in Jumanji, even though in our world that never happened, then it would still work with the logic, within the logic of Jumanji. You get what I'm saying? Alan Parrish still existed in Jumanji, even though technically, from our world, he never went in. Then, even if Alex destroyed it, everything they did in Jumanji still stays. Even though he destroyed it and it never went in, Jumanji is separate. That's my way of thinking. So he could have still destroyed it. And they could have still woken up in the room, even with the thing destroyed. They'd be like, where's the game? But then again, how can we do a sequel but they destroy it? But they set up a sequel. The trailer came out. Looks interesting. They're bringing in Spencer's grandfather and his friend. Sure. And you see Nick Jonas is back, but there's a twist in that. So, just wait for that. But yeah, this good. Movie's good. Give it an 8 out of 10. Did I get Jumanji, the first Jumanji, a rating? If I didn't, it's a 9. Okay? If I did, I'll go back and look. And if I didn't, I'll put it in my, yeah, I'll put it in my description and put a big old spoiler thing in front of it. Because I don't remember. The original is a 9. This is an 8. Leave it at that. Like, share, and subscribe. What are your thoughts on Jumanji? Welcome to the Jungle. Are you excited for the new one? I'm a little bit. So let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Love, peace, and chicken grease.